Hey guys, so I'm here to do a hopefully quick project share for you. This is an altered record, and just to show you what the back looks like, yes, it is indeed a record, and all those splotches are from the hot glue. I saw I guess I should say I got my inspiration from another lady on YouTube. I will post her channel below. I don't remember her name or her channel, but once I find it, I will post it. And I actually had this record literally just kind of laying around in my room because I think I was cleaning something and I I spotted it and I was gonna put it away, and I tried putting it away, and then in the process of putting it away, it actually broke in this corner. So I was like, guess we're never gonna use that again. So in the end, I ended up altering it. Anyways, so give you a quick rundown of what I did. So the first thing I did was put this. What I did, I put the background paper first, and I used the Graphic 45 Tropical Travelogue paper collection for this. I didn't use a lot of the paper, but that's the collection that I did use for the papers I did use. And I put down the paper with the big map. I used a 12 by 12. Oh, and this record is not not one of the big records. This is a 45, so not one of the large ones. So anyways, I put down the paper first just in the center, just so that way I had a way to size it properly. After I put down the paper, I then sanded the edge, or I cut the edges right down to the edge of the record. I sanded the edges of the paper. I also inked the edges of the paper because I wasn't sure in the end whether you'd be able to see the paper or not. So I mean, if I were to flip up some of the trims, you might be able to see that the edges are inked. I used walnut stain for that. Okay, so then after I had the paper in the center and I had sanded and I had inked, I then used some of this trim. So this trim, I'm not sure exactly where I got it. I think, actually no, I do remember I got it. I got it at a scrapbook store that is now closed, actually, close to where my boyfriend lives. And so I got that there, and it has this natural sheen to it. So what I did was I used a bunch of the Tim Holtz color wash sprays that coordinate with the paper line. In the end, I didn't use a lot of the paper line, but so I used some browns, some greens, like a yellow, I think, or an orange, and a blue, and those were the colors I used on the big trim around here. Then I used a smaller trim here. I'm not sure where I got that trim either, but I put that as a second layer, and then on top of this trim I then put the heart bead trim, fused bead trim. Then after that, what did I do after that? Okay, so after that, if you when you go to the video that I'm gonna link to in the description, you'll see that the lady made cones for her altered record, and that's actually the reason why I went with cones as well, because I was trying to, I guess, replicate it in my own way. And so I essentially made two mini Tussie Mussies, I guess they would be called, to go on the record. I don't recall if she actually turned hers into Tussie Mussies, but I did. And so I just did a cone with base cardstock. So for this side I used brown cardstock, then this side I used blue cardstock, and then on this one what I did was I used mesh trim to go around. It's also a light blue, probably looks white in the video, but it's actually a light blue, and I use that to go around, and then to do some of the, like, to go all the way around and at the back. And then I what did I do? And then, sorry guys, I kind of did this very randomly on the fly kind of thing after I saw the video. Then I got some of these doily type things, crochet doily type things that I got from Gisela, I think, from Lavish Laces with one of my orders, and I sprayed that as well with some more of the color wash to change the colors because they were white previously. And I used a large one on the side and actually a small one under here. And then what did I do? Then I think that's when I started filling the Tassi Massis. Like, so I started adding like some of the calla lilies. I think I added the calla lilies first. Then this is actually a handmade rolled rose. It's the same as what's down here, except it has a different fold or a different folding method to it. Then here's like an American crafts brad. You know, just kind of flowers from all walks of life, because I have so many flowers, you guys. It's not even funny. I used to have like one container full that and when I say a container, I don't mean, you know, like a Tupperware container. I mean like one of those hardware containers full. And then it expanded into 2 containers. So I'm trying to go through them as fast as I can so that way I can reduce my stock of flowers. So anyways, so once I glued these two, or actually before I glued them down, I should say, I added this strip from the paper line, and then I added the stamps from the paper line as well. And this Tassi Massi actually doesn't end in a point because of the size of the cardstock that I had, so I covered up all of that with the flowers at the bottom. Anywho, so after I added the 2 cones down, I added the miniature ivory fused pearls down the middle. I kind of just did that because I didn't like the gap that I was seeing, and I don't know, it just looked like something was missing, but I didn't want to make it too busy because I already had the stamps on this side and the paper on this side. So I just added the pearls, and I like that they kind of go up into oblivion because you don't know where it ends, and they go down into oblivion because you also don't know where it ends. Then on this side, then I took one of the rosettes that I've had for a while, also from Gisela's shop, and I cut it in half, and I used half of it on one side of the cones or the Tassi Massis and one on the other side. I then added this bird cage. This is actually one of a bird cage from Recollections. I got this in their clearance section recently. I think you get 2, and this was the smaller one, and I thought it was kind of neat because it had the little dangle on it. And I then used some bling around I guess this side of the record, because to me it was already looking so busy. This is literally something where I just kind of added, and then I walked away, and then I added, and then walked away, and then added, and then walked away, until it became this. And then I was like, I think this is good. I think we should stop here. So anyways, then under here is one of the chipboard pieces from the Tropical Travelogue paper collection. Another one of my handmade roses, probably some Wild Orchid craft flowers, maybe some other no-name mulberry flowers, some more brads in the I guess assembly of the flowers. Then on the side is a couple prima flowers with a brad in the middle on top of the other smaller doily. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and I went over everything with a light coat of Jess. So here's a close-up. I'm just gonna go around the record relatively slowly. So those are the flowers at the bottom of the Tassi Massis. Those are the prima flowers and half of the rosette trim. Then here is the top of the Tassi Massis and the arrangements in them. Then the cones themselves. Then here you have some of the bling with the half rosette here as well, and the bird cage. And here you have the larger doily, and some more of the same bling. This bling, there's still a lot more of it. I cut this apart. And then under here, once again, is the Tropical Travelogue chipboard piece. And then we have overall around everything the green heart bling, the small cream trim, and then the color washed sprayed decorative lacy trim. Alrighty, so that is my project share. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will try to answer as best as possible. I will be putting up still photos of most of the process on my blog. So if you want to check that out, then you can drop by my blog. I'll post a link to it below as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like my project, and I will try and get another video to you guys soon. Alright, bye for now.